Okay, guys, it's time to talk about the elephant in the room. Molting. Let's talk about what's happening to everyone's chickens right now. Yep, they're molting. And that means that you're going to see a lot of feathers everywhere. And you may even have thought that a predator came in and you're out there doing a head count. During a molt, chickens will lose their old feathers and grow out new feathers, usually as summer fades into fall. When the process is done, their new coat will be shiny and perfectly formed, covering all their skin to protect them during the colder months in the winter. This process can be stressful, making the bird uncomfortable, and it can even be painful. As we move into these cooler nights, we need to be on the lookout for our birds to make sure they don't actually get sick and do our best to help them through the process. Feathers consist of 85% protein, which is why when you have a chicken with a protein deficiency, they will pick the feathers off of other birds and eat them. If you have a chicken in your flock with a naked butt, that could be what's going on, but that's another video. Producing these new feathers puts a lot of stress on the birds and depletes their energy and nutrient stores, and this is why production slows down or comes to a complete halt during a molt. So if you're going out there, chickens are molting and you're not getting any eggs, this is what's going on. You can add spices to their feed to help give them back some of those nutrients they are losing. We do that. Spices like turmeric, garlic, oregano, thyme, cinnamon, and ginger can all help give them a boost. You can switch to a 20% protein feed to help them form those new feathers. Apple cider vinegar is important also for pH levels and can help with digestion. It cuts through mucus in the bird's gut, helping ensure that guts are cleared out and eggs are clean. A clean gut also means chickens can then absorb those nutrients that you're adding to their feed or their water much better. So what do we need to do? Here's what I do. Let's go over this. So let's take a look at some things that we could do to help them, things that we can add to their feed or their water to help them through this process and what those things do. So what we do is we go to Walmart and we hit up the, spices on sale. We got a big old bin in there. And these are containers. We have a lot of chickens, so we mix it all together. These are containers because we have chinchillas, so they have a dust bath, and we save the containers, and we mix all of the spices together into the containers, which I'll show you. We'll do that right now. This is the last container I was using. It's just a really big, and it's cool because it's got the sprinkler, but it's not quite big enough for us. For you, maybe. For us, not really. So we're also going to add these leftovers into here. So let's go over some of these things. Like I said before, she wants attention. She found me. The apple cider vinegar is important for pH levels and helps with digestion by cutting through the mucus in the bird's gut. So this will boost their immune system, and it also helps to keep their water cleaner and clear of bacteria. That does not mean that you don't change the water every day. You still have to change your water every day, but this will help keep it clean and clear and also add some um, uh, You know what I'm talking about. Clean out their digestion. Okay, I lost the word for a minute there. I was looking at the goose. Okay, so parsley, we use parsley. It's rich in vitamins, promotes circulatory system development. Hold on. Maybe they'll go away. They're walking away. Give me just a minute. They're walking away. It's kind of hard to do a video when they're screaming at you in the background. She's turning the corner. Okay, we might be safe. Okay, so parsley is also a strong laying stimulant, which during molting, it's not really, they're pretty much on a break when they're molting, but it is also rich in vitamins and promotes circulatory system development, so that's a plus. Your basil, can you see that? The basil, and this is chopped up basil. This is for immune support. It repels pests and increased health of mucosal membranes. So kind of like working in partner with the apple cider vinegar to get rid of that mucus in their gut. Your cayenne pepper, which I put most of it in here, but I still have some here. This improves blood circulation. So all of this stuff is going to help them through their molt in developing those feathers. Because, I mean, you kind of think about it like, I guess this is a little bit extreme, but like teething, the old teeth fall out, the new teeth come in, and it's pretty uncomfortable. If you think about that around your whole body, the feathers are coming out, and then these new sharp feathers are poking through their skin all over their body. Just kind of think about how uncomfortable that might be. So all of these things will help them with their overall health so that process can be a little bit easier for them. So, is this the cinnamon? This aids in respiratory health, which, because molting season is in the end of summer and moving into fall, that is when your nights get cooler and the chances of respiratory problems are more likely to happen. So this is going to, and plus the fact that they're molting and their immune system is already down because of that, plus top it off with colder nights and trying to stay warm when some of their feathers are gone. So, yeah, this will aid in respiratory health and help to prevent them from getting sick. All of this will help do that. Garlic, it boosts their immune system, aids in respiratory health, and is thought to repel mites, lice, and ticks. It's not proven, but it's thought to. And we like to, it does not hurt them, so why not? Put small quantities, and it can make it, like if you put a whole lot of it, it could make your, the chickens are, I'm sorry, sidetracked again. If you put a whole lot of this in there, it could make your eggs taste garlicky. If you like garlic, well, hey, I like garlic. Ginger, I don't have any ginger here right now because I couldn't find it, but that does promote feather growth and increase antioxidants in diet. So I will be getting the ginger. I just couldn't find it. We didn't have it. So oregano, that is here somewhere. Oregano. The oregano strengthens the immune system and wards off internal parasites. So, yeah. Your red pepper flakes. I got a big one. You had all these, but I put them all in this one. So now I got this one left. The red pepper flakes can keep other animals away from the food, which, yeah, like, I mean, who doesn't have things trying to get into the leftover chicken food? So, the chickens don't taste the spice. They do not. You get a darker yolk. It's said to improve blood circulation, and it's supposed to ward off worms. And it's also thought that the red pepper will help warm them, like in the winter months and stuff, as it's getting cooler. I don't know if that's true, but I don't know. I guess you gotta ask a chicken. Somebody gotta speak chicken. Rosemary I don't have here, but that actually acts as a natural pain reliever and can aid with respiratory health. So we will be getting the rosemary and the ginger to add to our buckets as soon as I go back to the store and find them. Sage wards off internal parasites and acts as an antiseptic, antibiotic type thing. So all of those things are good, and I don't have that either here right now. And thyme, it's an antibacterial properties and aids with respiratory health. So all of those things, all of these things here are going to help them. Now, as I said before, you also could get a new bag of feed for this time period that has a 20% protein. So what we're going to do is we're going to start mixing up, because this is just how we do it. It's really simple. Okay, so we got the garlic. Now, Alan and I split the chores, which is why I brought out 2 buckets. So I do the back, and he does the front, which means we both need, I need space. Okay, so we both need, excuse me, a bucket of spice. You just pop your tops off. I made that sound easy, huh? It's not as easy, and I didn't bring, let me see if, okay, yeah, that's easier. Pop your tops off, dump them in, and let's see, we divide it up. We got a couple of these red peppers. Now, you just kind of make it, do it the same for you. You don't have to divide it up into 2 unless you also divide chores. But we do. It just makes it easier, because anybody that's been here before, you've seen that we have quite a lot going on. And a lot of you have said, how do you do it? Well, that's how we do it. Divide and conquer. That is how you do it. If you love something and you want to do it and you share the dream, divide and conquer and do it. I saw somebody say one time, let me, before I say it wrong, if you're not afraid to do it wrong, you'll probably never do it. So I have to think about that a lot of times when I'm doing things, because I wasn't born knowing all this. So a lot of times I'm like, oh God, you know, something new? I'm not really sure. And I have to think about that, you know. If you don't, oh my goodness, that one got stuck. If you aren't afraid to do something wrong, probably will never even start. Because anything you learn, you're gonna, I mean, you can't learn everything and just be 100%. You learn along the way. Me, I learn better hands-on. That's just, I'm that kind of learner. I don't learn from books. You can give me a big old book, and I can read the whole thing. Where's my oregano? Where's my oregano? There it is. And I can read the whole thing and not tell you anything about it. But show me, and I got it. That's why I like YouTube. I can watch all these videos on how people do this or that, and I can learn. I can develop my own system of doing things. Now I want to put this little side note in here. When you dump this cayenne pepper in here, stand back, because the cayenne pepper dust, maybe I shouldn't have even told you. It would have been funnier to see the outcome. We already, oh, those are empty. Let me get a bag. I can't tell what's empty and what's not. Hold on. All right. We got to clear off some of these empties. Clear them away. Seems like such a waste, all these containers. Throw all this away, and let's not dump our buckets either. And we can get the rest in here. All right. Good to go. Okay. What do we got left? We got a couple of basil. Now this, I did see one lady was putting it in the water. Now I've never tried that, because the waters, some of the waterers that we have, the cups, you know, those little chicken cups, and I don't think that the spices will go through those chicken cups. I think actually what will happen is that the spices will wind up clogging the chicken cups rather than going through. So because of that, I'm going to put it in their feed. Oh, the cinnamon. Let's get that in there. I'm going to put it in their feed instead. And the apple cider vinegar is going to be what goes in their water, because I want to decrease any bacteria that might be in the water as well. Now that one smells good. All right. I don't think we're going to be able to fit, but I am going to split this one because this one's got a lot of the cayenne pepper in it. All right, skim back because cayenne dust. Well, we might be able to. All right, let's go ahead and put some more cayenne in there because it's good. Might be able to fit a little bit more in there. I don't know, what should we do? Let's do the oregano, or the basil. Let's do the oregano. Gotta leave some space to be able to shake her up. Gotta mix it all up. See what we could fit. And of course, there's no exact science to this. Just mix it all together. So, and then you're just going to shake it all up. It's going to take a few minutes. Not a whole lot, but, you know, just make sure you shake it up really good. Because you want them to get the benefits from all of it, not just some of it. You don't want them to get cinnamon today, and you want all of it. And just sprinkle it in their food. I would just put like, I don't know. See, I don't use an exact amount. I usually just, I go boop. That's my measurements. But into their food every day. And for some of you that only got a few chickens, boy, this might last you quite a while if you do it like this. I like how it looks when it's all, oh, I shook it up already. Never mind. I was going to show you. All right. So this means we are ready to go. We already fed for today. So this is going to be going out in the morning. And this evening when I come out to do water, everybody's going to get a tablespoon. You're supposed to do a tablespoon per gallon of water for the apple cider vinegar. So, of course, oops, drop it. Alan's going to get this. I'm going to get this. And we're going to attack, divide, and conquer and get all of this taken care of, help them through their molt, help them improve their health, and get some of those nutrients back and help them grow those feathers out so that we can get back to the eggs. We want the eggs. All right, guys, I hope this helped you out, and I hope it helps your chickens get through the molt and keep them healthy and nobody loses anybody, because that's, you know, this time of year, that's always a worry for me, you know, when the immune system is broken down a little bit and the nights are colder and they're molting so they got less feathers. That's when you got problems coming. All right, guys, do this. Let me know if there's anything else that you guys add to your feed or to your water, or maybe somebody uses essential oils. I was actually looking at that too. There's some really good essential oils out there. So let me know what you guys do, because I really want to know. I'm all about, you know, doing everything I can to make sure that everybody here is healthy and feeling 100%. So if you like our videos and they help you at all, please come on over and subscribe and like and follow us and all that. We will see you next time, and I hope you have a fabulous day.